Hello, 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 everybody. It's your girl Stephanie. Can you guys hear and see me okay before I get started? Hello, Day. Hello, Janine. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? I like to be able to make sure before I start talking. Hello, 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 everybody. Oh, see, that shouldn't have happened. Hey, Stephanie Stitches. Hey, Super Steph. Yes and yes. Okay. Guys, welcome to Longarm Tuesday. It is your girl Stephanie, aka Sassy Steph, of Memoirs of a Longarm Quilter. Today, guys, I had to take just a small break from actually working on Sprite here. I'm going to finish him, but not on a live. However, your girl has been depleted in energy. So I am waiting to get a call back from my nurse. This is TMI, so you guys are not going to hear it. You don't have to worry. I'm telling you what's going on, okay? So I'm waiting to get hydrated. I just need to hear back from my nurse. As soon as I am hydrated, I get to get back up and work my magic on Sprite, okay? Hi, Donnell. Hey, Katie. So I am super excited. Thank you guys for all coming in. But tonight is something special because this is the first time this is the first time I am showing all of my unfinished projects. This will help me do a video catalog of what I have yet that needs to be done. And I am trying to get at least 5 to 7 of these projects completed by the end of the year. They're all in different stages of completion. So, yeah. And some of them, believe it or not, one of the projects is EPP project. I have an older project. So there are some things that I want to make sure that I get done. Let's see who else is in the chat. We have Katie, Donnell, Donna. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you, ladies, for all coming. I do appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me get started with, what should I start with? Okay, I'm going to start with the things that's in piecing stage. Now, what do I call the piecing stage? The piecing stage is things that I have already started cutting on, or I am in the process of, putting it together. So I do know we have coming up later in the month with Handmade by Ying with Donna. We're working on a Take Me to the Magic. So I have that one already cut up. So that is one that is in process. I'm not showing you guys that one just yet. I'm gonna, if you saw a short, you guys will see that one. And I also have Little Hooter that I'm working with Donna as well. So that is two. Now, I'll need you guys if you're interested because I have them all written down. It's over 20 something of them, okay? It's altogether it's over 20 something. So that's two, okay? We have, hey, Roxanne, thank you so much for coming. I also have, my husband and I got married back in 2009. I had to look. Yes, I did. I had to look because I didn't want to screw that up. 2009, and I had a runner embroidered. It was just a piece of fabric that I used as a runner. I was the only one allowed to walk on it. And I want to do something with this. I want to make a quilt out of it for the two of us for our bed. And it says an answered prayer, and it has my name, H for Harris, and then his name is Gerald, and then our wedding date. So I want to make a bed quilt with this for us. And this is just, I think this was muslin. I didn't do a good job picking the fabric, but I'm thinking I can back this with another piece and then, well, the embroidered part. I can back it with another piece and then make some quilt blocks to go all around the side of it. But I just don't know. Our colors were ivory, chocolate, and peach. So I want to stick with those original colors. But yeah, to do something interesting with this, to make a quilt out of it. As you can see, I got married in 2009 and I still haven't done anything with it as of yet. Yes, we got this sis crew in the house. I do appreciate you guys all being here. Okay, next up, you guys remember me working on the Lost City Cusco. This is a quilt that I was working on prior to me taking a hiatus. And I'm going to tell you how bad off I was. All these blocks came out a different size. So I am in the process of taking these apart. I was figuring that out. You know what? I can cut the white side maybe, but one of the white sides is really small. So I will have to probably, but so is one of the colored sides. So I'm gonna have to take these apart so I can make sure that I'm truly getting my 1/4 inch seam. And that's one thing I found out after I came back from hiatus, that my 1/4 inch was off. And it was because I had my guide placed in the incorrect position. So I am working slowly but surely on getting this quilt top done. I just don't know when it'll be done because, again, I have to take all these apart. Okay, and the last project that I have is a portion of my, this is a portion of my Judy Niemeyer quilt block. It's a whole bunch of these that I have to make, and I am yet ready to finish and get back started on it again and then finish it. Hey, Becca, right? Watch me whip. Yes, represent. Yes, yes, yes. No, let me not do that because I'll be the one on the floor. My daughter be like, what the heck? Okay, the next pile of stuff is stuff that needs to be bound. Okay, now let me bring this cart over here. Well, no, let me not bring it over here because some of this stuff is big. This one is, I did this one with Angel over at Halo Inspirations. This was what it was, it's like a mug, not a mug rug, a Santa rug. I can't remember the name of it, but we made these, and I have to bind this and then send it off to my little goddaughter. Her name is Kiari. Her name is written on it, and we'll try to make it look kid friendly. So I was playing and drawing like as if a child. This is probably about how I draw in real life anyway. So yeah, I wasn't that far off from it. Okay, don't laugh at my artwork. Okay, just saying. Just saying. Okay. Let me stop because I went from the binding and I forgot about these in my suitcase here. My little suitcase is here. This is Piazza from Cotton Cuts. I have yet to do clue 5 through 10. So this is in the process of being pieced. So that is this one. And I had Unita d'Italia. Sorry, this one is broken. And let me show you some of the blocks without getting stuck with pins. I did like a peachy sort of colorway. I wasn't too thrilled with the material, the fabric, because it's so super thin. I wasn't happy with it, but I was gonna stick with it. It's like you can see through it, you know? See? I'm not used to fabric being so thin like that. And here's some more of the blocks right here. So getting this one completed will be very, very good for me, because that way I can go ahead and do with it what I was intended to do. These will be all charity quilts. Then there it is. So that's one. So before I go back to binding, I just want to make sure that I get all of the piecing ones, okay? I don't know if you guys were with me back or a while ago. I had did the Eric from Treasure Heart Creations. He did a challenge of 1 block a week for 52 weeks. I'm not going to show you all 52 of these, okay? That's what I'm not going to do. But these are all the blocks, and they're scrappy. Now, I don't dub myself a scrappy person, okay? I just don't, because I like stuff to match, and when it doesn't, I don't know how my brain process stuff like this. So putting all these together is going to be okay. Your girl's going to be scared. Some of these are paper pieced, like this one right here. I did keep the papers in it because I wanted it to keep its form as long as I could. Here's another one of these blocks. So they were all different sizes and all different sort of blocks. I'm sure he have them all still up, and they are magnificent, the blocks. And they did challenge me, okay, especially this one. This one is the Drunkard's Path, and you there, it's supposed to look like some kind of clamshell. Let's see, a zigzag. Let's see, some of these are, like I said, some of them are small. But this is, if you know me, well, most of you hadn't heard me say it, but my favorite block is a churn dash. And this is my churn dash right here. Let me show you this one block that challenged. This one right here was a challenge. And then it was one block. It's supposed to have turned out one way. And honey, I told him, I think it was something like called confusion. Yeah, I was confused, all right. And I left it confused because I was like, you know what? I'm not about to rip this out. Not another time, okay? I think this is the one that Tiffany from Tiffany's Quilting Life. I think this is the one that was inspired by her. This one was one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites. Let's see, where is that block? I mean, some of them were just really, really different, like this one. And it was just from using my scraps. I did a Christmas one. This one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, the detail in that, how he had to make blocks, and then he had to do a lot of snowballing and then a lot of cutting. It was pretty cool. We did a heart. This is one of my favorites right here. This is some Tula for all you Tula lovers. This one reminded me of some blue jeans. Let's see. Now this is one that I was like, but I left it. It's supposed to have been spools. The spools came out kind of skinny, so I don't know what kind of spools those were. They need a pork chop sandwich or something, so I don't know. And then this one right here. Let's see. Oh, this one right here, guys. I have a thing for rainbows. This one is 2 Peter 1 and 4. This one, my goodness. Let me put these right here so I can stand up and show you this. I told him we were not friends after this block. This was a lot of cutting and a lot of piecing. And this was not paper pieced. And I did write 2 Peter 1 and 4 on there. Here is another. This was a block called Confusion. I left it confused. It was supposed to be a whole nother way, but hey, it worked. I left it confused. And this was my very first time doing a Dresden. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with making a Dresden. Yeah, those were some of the blocks. That one. And then we did an applique. Like I said, it was some of everything in this challenge. So if you don't know who he is, go check him out. It's Eric again over at Treasure Heart Creations. He has some beautiful challenges for people to do. Okay, so I somehow got to put all these together in a format of my choosing and get it pieced together and quilted. So that's one. Let's see. This one is my EPP. You're going to hear some crinkling. I'm trying to make sure it's quick. It's EPP, and I'm doing large hexes. Oh, that's a pin that's in there. I was like, what the heck is that? I was counting. That's how I was keeping count. But yeah, I still have to put these all together to make our bed quilt. And I had a design for it, and I can't find that. Well, not a design. I had a pattern for it, and I can't find a pattern. Therefore, I'm kind of making it up as I go, and we shall see how far I get in that process. And this one is a quilt. And then I'm gonna look in the chat, make sure everybody's doing good. This is a quilt that someone found, like a family went in their grandmother's attic after she had passed, and she had about 5 or 6 quilts, and they were like, ugh, you know, isn't that a quilter's fear of their grandchildren or their children not understanding all the time it had taken for us to create something, and for it to be and to be like tossed, or in this case given to our quilt guild in hopes that anybody wanted to, do something with them to, they were in rough shape, really rough shape. And in fact, I washed with like hand washed. I didn't do a wash just to get the one smell and a lot of the yellowing out. Some of it did not come out. What didn't come out of the white part, I had already taken it off. So what was left were these blocks, and I'm going to put them in a different order. And then, or green is my color, right? If you didn't know that, green is my color. So I'm going to put this back together, and I just hadn't had time to sit and do it. As you can see, none of these blocks are the same size, none of them. And they were done on a machine, but the stitching that she had started on this quilt, this was the only one that only had about 16 inches of stitching on it, and it was all hand stitching. I wish I could have kept it, but it was all in an area where the white was pure tea yellow, and it would not come clean. That part did not come clean. And let me see, and all of the blocks that had color in it, I was able to get most of that yellowing out. So I was happy about that. So I was going to use see how see-through this white is. So I'm going to try to find a white on that caliber, probably a muslin, a super white muslin to match this, and to get this back piece together. And then I was really going to offer it back to the family, because in hopes that they'll see that, oh, you know what, my grandmother made these original blocks and someone added to it. That was my original intent, but someone did that and they still didn't want it. So I am going to keep it and might make it into a picnic quilt, or a quilt like if you're sitting on your couch just to cuddle with. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And this last one is fabric. It's green, it's Christmas fabric. And I do have a pattern that I plan on using for this. So it'll be in one of the sew-alongs that I have coming up, that I'll be working with this. Some of the fabrics are from my favorite line, Hustle and Bustle by Moda. Remember my little chocolate people was on this fabric, so I wanted to definitely use that. But this was like Merry Christmas. It's a Christmas tree. It's the one by Fat Quarter Shop, and I believe that's a free pattern. So I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully you guys will join me when I do it. Okay, now we can go back to all the things that I need to bind. They say look like spools to me. Yay. Let's see. Hi, Nancy. Got Laurelyn in the house. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Jill, hey, honey. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, Teresa, thank you so much for coming. Did I miss anybody? I said Nancy, Becca, and Katie. Okay, so let's get back to the things that need to be bound. Now, this is that puzzle quilt that I made a long time ago. And I quilted it, machine quilted, and I need to go ahead and get it bound. because I do have a recipient that I want to gift this to. It'll be one of our sickle cell patients. So I want to gift that to him, and it's all batiks. These are from way back in the day. I want to say I chose these fabrics back in, I moved here in 2006. So around 2007, 2008, these fabrics, batiks from back in the day. Back in the day. And then this is the backing. You know what? I had to look down and look at it myself in the camera. What does that look like to y'all? What does that look like? When I held it up, I was like, I know not. I thought that was some wacky trees. I thought that was some wacky trees. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't get that to a child. And I shouldn't even have it. No, I don't know what kind of flower that is. Y'all got to keep a girl straight. So that one needs to be bound. Oh my gosh, that did look like marijuana, didn't it? But this one does not. This one does not. Thank you, guys. She said that all the thread has been used up on those spools. I know, right? they would needed a sandwich. Hey, Judy, thank you so much for coming. Hey, Kelly, thank you so much for coming. But and here is, I did a quilt along or sew along with Geeky Bobbins, and this was the quilt. It was called Orbit, and she was teaching how to stitch curves. So this is beautiful, and you got to quilt it however you wanted it. On this one, I did this one on a live. So I did flowers, pebbles, some swirls, rainbows, this green right here. And what else did I do? And some more swirls down at the bottom. And some paisleys for in the corner. And this is the backing. Very, very pretty. I was in another sew along with Sew Hooked on Treasures and Mary. Oh, what is her IG name? I just want to say, I think it's Mary Quilt. I can't remember. I'll definitely put all this information in for people that I did quilt alongs with. So if you want to find out what I did, it was the Dream Big quilt challenge that we did. And this is my flower that I did. Each petal has a different design. And we did have different creators, either be it on here on YouTube or on Instagram. They came and we taught 2 to 3 different patterns. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this in here. So, yeah. I had a teenager that was supposed to be helping me. But yeah, I don't know what had happened to her. But yeah. So that was this one. I think it turned out pretty good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang it up down here in the studio somewhere once it's finished getting bound. Thank you, ladies. They said they like it, they love it, and it's gorgeous. Okay, and this is my joy that I did not too long ago. Just got to bind it. Boop, boop, boop. This was one of the 10 sisters, the gridded pattern like we did with the truck. That was the first one that I did. So I just have to bind it. I have the binding sitting right on my table, ready to stitch it together, be pieced together so I can do this. Here is another one that needs to be bound. And this is another rainbow, and this one is Genesis 9:13 through 16. And this is the back. That little rainbows on the back. And this one is a big one that I just had taken off not too long ago, that I just have to, again, got to trim it, and then I have to bind it. On that one, you see it's pretty big. And this one was from the Erica Selman here on YouTube. She did Starlight, Starbright, Sew Along, and this was my version of it. So I did put it all together. Again, I just got to trim it up and then bind it. And Day made me a beautiful, beautiful label to go along with it. So yeah, guys, I've been working my butt off with making things, but I just haven't had the time to finish these things. Now, the last category is stuff that I've already, the top is completed, just need to be long armed, and then it'll eventually move over to the need to be bound section. But okay. Nancy said she remembers several of those. So Becca said, love that. And ooh, rainbow is super cute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did this one with you, Sassy, and loved it. Yes, Donna, that was a joy one. Thank you so much. Do you have a video making the flower? There is a video. You talking about the green one? That one, yes, it is a collab. I believe it's still out on Instagram. No, it's on Instagram and it's on YouTube. I can get you guys the link. I just did 2 to 3 of the blocks of the petal, but I didn't do a video of me doing the whole thing because yeah, some of it was like, I was already nervous as it was. But guess what? I have 2 more panels. One is an onyx and another green. Yeah, here they go. That one was a dark green. I have a light green one and a gray one. So this might be something that I can work on with you guys, learning as we learn different kinds of long arm, free motion quilting. So that's something that we can work on together. Okay. So I think these are simple enough where I can sit down. Some of it. This is a short one, a small one, and this is a paper piecing, and it's wrinkled, so don't judge. It's a sewing machine. Again, this was a foundation paper piecing. I thought it was super, super cute. I think this was the only featherweight that I'll ever own. So this one, again, just use scraps and just put the scraps in a bag, and whatever came out in my hand was the scrap that I used for that piece. So that flower was a panel. Yes, it was. It was a panel. When she found, Kelly said she found Erica a while back, and she was doing some crumb quilting, and she is really, really good at that kind of stuff. The next quilt, I made this one when I first moved to North Carolina back in 2006 and never ever finished it. Now, this is a testament, okay, to heat and bond. 2006. This has not been appliqued. Wait, is any of this been appliqued down yet? None of this has been appliqued down. I saw it hanging in a quilt shop here when I first moved here. And the quilt shop wasn't here. It was quite a ways away. It was in, what town was it in? Ahoskie, that area, Jacksonville area, Jacksonville. It was over in that area. And I was like, oh, I need to make it. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I did. Wait. I did applique. I call myself trying to applique. This is the only part that was applique down right here. Other than that, this is heat and bond, and it's still sticking except in this spot right here. The leaf done curled over, honey. That it's giving 3D effect. See it? But yeah, I have to finish this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it because it's not my thing right now, but I'm gonna finish it and do something with it. I even have the backing for it, and the backing is not big enough for me to do it on the long arm. So I can add fabric to it just so I can, have enough to do the actual stitching. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I really don't know. A part of me was going to take it to the guild and give it to someone who wanted to finish it and have it, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So not my thing anymore. Let me go on and get this embarrassment done out the way, okay? When I started quilting 1,000 years ago, I thought I was going to be a famous designer, quilt maker. Y'all, if you stand, and please sit down, okay? Sit down. In fact, I might even have to sit down because when I tell you I had no idea about no idea. This is the most ugliest quilt I have ever made. Okay, it is so busy, but this is the backing of it, and it says "Creepy Pumpkin Patch Trick or Treat." This little pumpkins, Happy Halloween. They don't even celebrate Halloween, and that's probably why this quilt came out jacked up. Y'all, this thing is so busy, so busy. Y'all don't laugh at me too hard. Oh, wait a minute, it's upside down. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was, being creative, but this thing is so busy, it's not even funny. But yeah, I was gonna be a knockout designer. I had all the different fabric on the sides and all along the, y'all, I was a hot mess. I thought I was gonna be some kind of good at this, but yeah, that was not my forte. And as you can see, this is well over 15 years old, and I still have it. Still have it. Cute sewing machine. Wow, very pretty. You should finish it, Teresa says. I'm thinking at this point in time, she's talking about that flower. Good to know it sticks like right, Kelly? It was still sticking. Hey, so Terry. And she said, hey, all in the chat. She said, I am not fond of applique. Could be because I'm not good at it. That's Paula Hill. Girl, honey, me either. But I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to try it. They said, wait, what's wrong with it? Y'all didn't say it. It was too busy. It wasn't busy to y'all. Oh my gosh, that was busy. They said, finish it. A kid will love it. Don't sell yourself short. Thank you guys. Honey, I saw that thing. I was like, ain't nobody. Okay, this one, I was going to do well, I don't know what happened, why the so long was canceled, but I ended up making a quilt top. So we were going to practice different quilt designs. That's what this was for. So now it's going to be a little girl's quilt, like a crib, a crib quilt. Evidently I must have had a thing for batiks because I'm seeing a lot of batiks. A lot of batiks. This one is a cotton cut. Don't ask me. I don't remember the name of the challenge. I don't remember the name of them. I just know Piazza because I'm not done with it. But this was that one right here. Now this is kind of Halloweenish to me. But yep. This one will get, I'll put a computerized design on it and keep it moving. But yeah, it's so pretty. These polka dots but you know what? Now look, now that I see this one, my Halloween one might not be as bad as I thought it was. But here is another one. This was the year after, because what I thought was I was going to hang one right here, but I'm not sure yet because I think I want Sprite to go up there. I'm not 100% sure yet, but here's another one that's like Christmassy. I'll keep this one because it's more of a Christmas theme color selection. You can't have too many Christmas quilts, right? Again, this is another one from Cotton Cuts. I don't know which one it was. Now, this one, a while back, I did a murder mystery quilt along, and it's a subscription program. I plan on doing it again. Registration opens up, I think, October 15th for 2024. And I can't wait. This one is something about, it's Viking related, the one in 2024. This one was nautical related. And what happens is you get a chapter of a story each month, and she even make playlists of awesome music, some of like 80s, 70s, 80s music, 90s music, all genres. She make a playlist for you to vibe to while you're sewing. And then they give you clues. And each month you get a chance to win a prize. And especially if you get your clues and then you're guessing and you're probably on the right track. Yeah, I was not on the right track. I didn't understand not one of those clues, but I love the story, and I did, of course, like the quilt. And the quilt the patterns came in either FPP or traditional piecing. Y'all, I'm just so happy. I just saw an alert flash up. My nurse is out of town. That's why she hadn't responded. So I have to read the rest of the text to find out what we can do. So this one had, again, and this was before I found out that there were foundation paper piecing for a whole bunch of these. Yeah, I'm gonna show you this one that I did foundation paper piecing. I wish I would have just figured out another way to do this, but here is some. This is like a school of fish. Is this the boat? I don't know what this is. This one was right here. I think that was a flag. All of these have something to do with a nautical theme. And here's an anchor. I did the anchor foundation paper piecing. Did I do this star? The star was traditional piecing. This one right here. This sword, I did foundation paper piecing on. We got some curves. This chandelier block. A coral wreath. That shark, I did foundation paper piecing on. The skull, now that's heat and bond. It's still up here. And then this was an airplane down here. Oh, the thing is heavy. Now, this shark is so heavy. See this little shark right here? I'm not going to have fun quilting this, okay? Do you see how thick that is? Do you see how thick? Because of the tiny, tiny teeth. And then the cornerstone blocks, these blocks right here, represent a nautical alphabet. And it spells out, like that's one of them. Here's another one, that black and yellow. There's another one, the red and yellow. All of those flags represent a nautical alphabet, and it spelled out the murderer's name. Oh, that was so awesome. Whoever made this one right here, I absolutely love doing it. And it was very, very fun. It's a year long, so you got to be patient and just have fun with doing it. Again, the stories were good. The playlist, I still have those babies downloaded because, honey, I was jamming. Some said do some embroidery on it. If you can't be famous unless you finish it, get it done. I know, right? Teresa says she don't see anything wrong with the Halloween one. Okay. Oh, thank y'all. She said do some embroidery on it. I can't remember which one was that. Paula, do embroidery on which one? Love them all. I was going to say they look similar. Very pretty. Oh, that one was fun. Good for a beach house. Yes. And in fact, when I did this one, I did have my old boss in mind for it because he did have a beach house. But unfortunately, he did pass away a while back, even before I even started this. But he was, when I was making it, I always thought of him when I was doing it. Now, this one is a heavy one. This one I learned, me and tiny pieces do not get along, okay? This was with T Quilts. She did the this quilt along or sew along. And when I tell you, pattern writer needed a little bit of help because some of us struggled, or in fact all of us struggled a time or two with the instructions. Thank goodness T taught us, showed us, using the AccuQuilt, how we can cut these blocks. She gave us all the information for them and everything like that. Now, when it came time to piecing, that mess was off. So I had to improvise on one of my blocks because things were not adding up. And my very first embroidery that I've done in a quilt is right here. And it is the 4-star general quilt along with T Quilts and Kevin the Quilter. But this one, oh, I absolutely love it. But it was a pain in a derriere, okay? But yes. It's the same block done 4 different times, and it's intervened. Well, in like this right here, this is 4 blocks done. One block done 4 times, divided in with some sashing. And then there was another one right there. These were the border pieces. Do you see these tiny pieces? That's that one. And this sucker is heavy. Wait till you get the binding and the backing on it, okay? Here's another one set. Hold on. So you guys can see this. There. See that? And I like bright, bold colors. So that was my thing during this time. Bright and bold colors. Whew, that's it. That's the bottom. Whew, thank you, Lord. That's cool. It's heavy. So that's that one. And 2 more to go. 2 more to go. This one is by Missouri Star Quilt Company. Finish is better than perfect. I did purchase the letters already cut out. Only thing that I had to do was line them up and hit them with iron. And of course I need to go ahead and either applique or do some meandering on it so it tighter meandering so they will not lift. But yeah. I think last year I must have been going through a rainbow phase, just trying to remember God's promises to me. And I think I went crazy with rainbows. And the last project is my harvest delivery. So of course I want to get this one quilted because I needed to go with my Hello Fall and hang it up since it's now fall. And guys, that's all my whips. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm trying to make sure that I have none. And I have 1, 2, 3 things, 4 things of scrap fabric. So 5 things. I just remember this one over here of scrap fabric. And I saved all my scraps thinking I was going to be a scrappy quilter. And I just don't know if I'm that kind of person yet. So, but we'll see. We shall see. Hi, Zandra. Yes. Yes, that was a lot of tedious. I mean, the smallest blocks were like 1 inch. No, 1.5 inches. I'm sorry, 1.5 inches. That was not a fun quilt. Okay. I think I wanted to tell T we were not going to be friends anymore after that one because I did not do, I would not do another tiny quilt like that. But it was fun. It was an experience. I wouldn't known that I wouldn't like to do tiny, quilts, but now I do. That's not my zhush. Thank you, Zandra. She said my quilts are pretty. Donnell said gorgeous, Steph, and that is great. Says guess who, Nancy. But yeah, guys, that is all the quilts on my whips. I hope you enjoyed my whip parade. I'm done. I'm done. I hope your quilts are pretty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I just said that, but I just, for some reason, said it again. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you enjoyed on tonight. Next Tuesday, I do plan on having one of these quilts on here. I just don't know which one yet. Most likely it'll be my harvest delivery, so I can go ahead and get it done. What else? What else? You will see me on Thursday with Donna when I'll be working on Little Hooter. And there most likely will be a video going up on this coming Friday for cross stitch. Just letting you guys know where I am in that area. So we have Aussie Inva. Hi, welcome to the chat. And unfortunately, I'm wrapping it up. But you're always welcome to do team replay. Join your girl here on Mondays for Embroidery Mondays. And on Tuesday is Longarm Tuesday. Today was just the whip parade. And so starting back next Tuesday, your girl will be hydrated and she will be longarm quilting. So until the next video, guys, let me make sure there's no questions. I am making a rainbow string quilt. If you aren't tired of rainbows yet, it's a fun idea so far. Awesome. Is that harvest delivery on the 10 Sisters grid? Yes, Katie, it is. Yes, it is. I'm making sure I don't have any other questions. Hey, Sassy Steph, if you get a natural backing, you can quilt several at one time. That is true. That is true. Mean I can load more than one up on the frame at a time. That is true. That is true. But some of them are too big to make that happen. Well, if I make it long and I can, have them like on top and then another one and then another one. So, but my smaller ones I can have like side by side. Hey, Sean, thank you so much for coming. So, guys, that is it for today. So, again, Embroidery Monday, Longarm Tuesday, both at 7 p.m. And then on Fridays, I will be doing a video on cross stitch. I do know I have a couple of requests on people asking for me to teach them my process of how I cross stitch. So I'm willing to do that. I just have to figure out some camera angles so you guys can get, a better view. So I'm working on it. So until then, guys, be blessed. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your week. See you on Thursday over at Donna's Handmade by Ying when we're working on Little Hooter. Until then, guys, be blessed. Bye.